The trash-picking man simply kicked the soda can. Unexpectedly, the soda can slid through the air along a predetermined path. After spinning 100,000 times, it accurately struck the football perched on the flagpole. In the next second, the football, using inertia, shot into the goal. When everyone arrived, they discovered that the century-old unsolvable puzzle of the game had been effortlessly resolved. Now, as long as they find this person, he can lead the team to win the world championship. However, they did not know that the middle-aged trash picker before them was the very man they were looking for. It turns out that 10 years ago, the man was framed by his brother and his reputation was ruined. From then on, he withdrew from the soccer field. One night, he came to a barbecue stand to eat barbecue, only to find that a group of thugs was forcing a mother and daughter to pay protection money. When it looked like the girl was about to be bullied by the thug, the man struck the thug's head with a football. The thug angrily ordered his subordinates to deal with the man. But the man, using only a football, outwitted them all. Seeing that his henchmen could not beat the man, the thug even attempted to drive his car into him. The man did not dodge, but instead kicked the football toward the car. No matter how hard the thug pressed the accelerator, the car could not move forward. Instead, it was forced back 10 meters by the football. Only then did the thug realize that the man's identity was not ordinary. So he quickly got out of the car and knelt to admit his mistake. Once the crisis was resolved, the man turned and left. Before leaving, the man left the football for the girl. 10 years passed in the blink of an eye. Under the man's influence from that time, the girl became the president of the Football Association. She had been searching for the whereabouts of the soccer god all along. However, after many years, there was not a single piece of news. Little did anyone know, the soccer god had been picking up trash on the field, keeping a low profile. When the field was empty, he would display his true skill, casually kicking a soda can. He solved the unsolvable game. Everyone who received the notice was extremely surprised, thinking that a new soccer god had emerged in Chinese football. When they looked up at the top of the flagpole, they were even more astonished. They couldn't believe that the one who broke the puzzle had used nothing more than a soda can. At that moment, the owner of the arena realized that as long as they could find this master to lead China in the competition, there was hope of winning the 26 World Cup. The owner's daughter thought that the man had always been picking up trash on the field, so she asked him if he had seen who had kicked the ball. The man said he had not seen. Then the little girl said it must have been the man, because the man loved kicking soda cans the most. However, no one believed what the little girl said. Then the owner's apprentice came over, mocking the man for never even having touched a proper football, and therefore he could not possibly have solved the legendary game. So, the apprentice claimed the credit. Everyone was extremely shocked upon hearing this. The owner immediately called the president of the Football Association, stating that his apprentice had just solved the game and that he could now fully serve as the captain to lead the Chinese team to face the Japanese team. The president was overjoyed upon hearing this and immediately brought people over. She wanted to test the apprentice's true ability on the spot, so she called for two renowned goalkeepers, one being a well-known player who held the record for keeping a clean sheet for 3 years, and the other being someone who could adeptly use different parts of his body to block shots. They soon began the test. Under the watchful eyes of everyone, the two began to take shots at each other. Unexpectedly, one of them accidentally hit the president in the face with the ball. The owner quickly apologized. At that moment, a rival challenger came in to invade the arena, demanding to have a match with them. Whoever won the game would own the arena. Enraged, the owner initiated a life or death battle against the rival. The losing side would have to sever their own leg tendon. Seeing the seriousness of the situation, the apprentice knelt down to confess his mistake, saying that he was not the one who had solved the game earlier. At that moment, no one dared to accept the challenge. Suddenly, the man stood up and said he could. This resulted in everyone laughing at him. No one believed that a trash picker could play soccer.